Hey guys, so today I'm going to be rolling my fenders on my car. I've never rolled fenders before, and I don't know, I'm kind of not leaning towards it. I've been putting it off forever, but I'm just going to send it and roll my front fenders first and then do my rears, because on my rears I have these arch moldings on there. And I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. Does seem like it might make a difference because it has like a little lip that goes in there. But I don't know. Because like these rear tires, when I have like a bunch of load on them. Oh, there you go. You can see it. It's just been carving at it. And let's see. Does this one have any? No. There we go. It just eats up my tire. Eats up my tire either way. I don't know if you can see it or not, but either way, I'm gonna do it. And yeah, I don't really honestly care about my front fenders too much if I crack the paint a little, but either way, I'm gonna try to not crack it. I do have a fender roller that I bought on Amazon. It's kind of like the Eastwood one that you can get, but yeah. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't super expensive. It was like that mid-range one, but whatever. I have a heat gun laying around somewhere, but yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I don't know what I'm doing, but first things first, jack up your car. So, alright, I don't have the car off too high off the ground, just enough so I can get under there, see well, and all that, but you don't need to get super high. Now I'm just going to take off my wheel, and yeah. Alrighty guys, so, here's the actual fender roller itself. It comes with these like kind of spacers that I assume you put onto the hub of the fender roller. I don't know what it's called, but put it on here. Find which one lines up. And put it on. Put these spacers on there. Then you put one of your nuts that you took off, and then, oh yeah, that actually works out really nice. Yeah. So the lug nut just sits inside the spacer like this, not the other way around. But yeah. So let me do that, and I'll be right back. Alrighty boys, so I got it all tightened up and everything. I got this handle back into place. I did notice, however, that if you're doing this on an STI, look at the clearance you have on there. Oh, what? I was just doing it. Well, it's basically nothing. It's basically nothing. So if you're going to be rolling your fenders on any STI or any car with a big brake kit or anything, yeah, you might have to. No, you can't even grind that down because this is where the pin sits. Let's see, I can get you guys in there, but this is where the pin sits, and it's supposed to be held in, so you can get that angle for this. Oh shit, I don't know. I'll just play around with it in a bit and then see what I can do, and just start moving these up and down. trying to get the right angle on this and all that, and of course heating up the fender. So yeah, I'll be back. I'm just kind of learning as I go. I have looked up other videos on this, but like most projects, I almost forget everything that I watched in that video. But yeah, let me play around with this and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I lied. I actually just started doing the fender rolling and everything. Damn, that lighting sucks. But okay, so I learned a lot from this fender. I learned that you're constantly supposed to be adjusting this all the time. So here, let me sit you down right there. So what I mean is that, so here's your lip and then here's the roller. Basically, yeah, whatever. Basically you're just moving the roller and slowly bending up the lip, little by little, till it gets to like almost a full vertical. So you're always moving the roller head, you're always moving it upwards and a little bit upwards, and then bam. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, any of you watching, but I was just constantly moving this head. Sometimes it felt like it slipped out of position because, I don't know, I guess this isn't the best, but it also looked like when I was rolling the fender, I was also pulling it towards me from like what most people do on videos, because if you're just rolling back and forth, you're actually not doing anything. You actually have to put some pretty decent pressure when this little handle comes in. Basically, when you turn it left, it puts pressure on the fender. And you only put like a little bit more than slight pressure on the fender. And then you just start rolling it back and forth. And that's it. You just keep on moving the head. And yeah, it's a pretty easy process. I was trying not to hit my brakes the whole time, but other than that, let me see if I can give you some lighting with this. Let me see. There we go. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that lip is basically a full vertical. Now, I did want to point out right here, fuck, can't really see that well because of the shitty lighting. But anyways, right here, my paint started to peel a little bit. It started peeling back, it almost seems like, so I basically chipped it. You have to go into doing fender rolling that you're gonna fuck up your paint a little. That's when those paint markers come into play. I'm basically just gonna put pretty decent amount of paint marker on there, and yeah, just to help it stay into place, if that makes sense, like almost like a glue, so it doesn't start like fucking just tearing up all my paint on my fender. Oh look, there, you can even fucking some ASMR shit right there. But yeah, you can see that I ended off the lip right there, just because your wheel is going up and down, it's not gonna go fucking, it's not gonna go like sideways or anything. If it does when you're going up and down like that, I think you got some problems. But either way, I'm pretty happy about this fender. For my first time actually rolling anything, I'm pretty impressed. Well, let me correct that. Have rolled things, but I've never done it legitly. Like, I've rolled them with a baseball bat. I've tried doing that socket thing where you just send it with the socket all the way around. But that's on like cars I've never really cared about, like just junk cars. But no, the thing that probably helped me the most was a baseball bat. That one, just because I think the wood was just a little bit softer. Because I've tried like those jack handles and just kind of rolling it around and then pressing back and forth on it. And the actual baseball bat, like not the skinny ones, but the little ones with some girth to them. But yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna set up a time lapse on the other side of the fender. Actually, no, scratch that. I'm gonna work on the rear fenders. I've been putting those off, and the brakes on the rears are like a lot smaller than the front, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna help me a lot more. I'm just more worried about that rear arch molding popping out on me. But once we get there, I'll see what happens. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I got this whole setup going again, just like the front. But I did notice that when I was tightening it with my impact gun, this little ring right here cracked. So I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to tighten it super tight. I wasn't quite sure, but I guess enough so it doesn't move is good enough. But I also wanted to mention, because I was talking about the clearance issue with my Brimbos up front. I have 25mm spacers. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. So I'm wondering how it'll play out for people who don't have those spacers, because like in the back I can see right now I have like a lot more clearance than I did in the front, but for people without these spacers, you're definitely gonna hit. Like, you'll probably just make it up to there, and that's it. Like, you'll just roll this. You'll just be rolling from maybe here on over here. That's it. Like, it's one of the things that sucks about having a bigger brake kit. I mean, granted, I'm not complaining. They look awesome and they perform awesome, but yeah. So on the rear, if I'm correct, let's see, you'll probably be only rolling up to here and onward. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are considering rolling your fenders and you have an STI or any car with a big brake kit, think about either taking it to a shop or purchasing some spacers, not to run on your car. That's if you want to, whatever. But to just space out the actual roller itself, because and even if you're doing this for other people's cars, it wouldn't be a bad investment to actually do one of these like 25 or like 20mm spacers. Actually, the 25 I find is like a lot better because it pushes out more, and with all this like adjustment you can do here, this is actually pretty good. But yeah, just one thing I thought about when I was moving it over, because I saw my spacer and I was like, oh wait, most people won't have spacers. So yeah, but either way, I wanted to show you how I have this positioned. So basically I'm going to attack it at a slight angle at first. It's not going to make much of a difference, but it's going to set me up. I just wonder how these things are going to react, but we're just going to send it here. We're just going to send it. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll be back. Or I'll set it up on a time lapse actually. Alright, I wanted to stop right here just because I want to talk to you about something. So over here, and in the fender well. I don't have much like space up there as you would think. I have more like, what I'm trying to say is that I was bumping, this part of the roller was bumping into like the top side of a fender well, so I had to lower it down a little. And don't forget to take off your parking brake. I was looking at it, I was like, why is it not moving? And it's like, yeah, my parking brake's on. So yeah, just want a little talk right there. Alrighty guys, so I'm just gonna stop the time lapses from here, but I did notice that I was like bottoming out and I couldn't even like keep on going with the fender. I was like, what's happening? And it was because I had it set to the first setting, or like the farthest setting for the front fenders. So just something to remind yourself, I guess. And also I did notice that there was like a bunch of dirt just falling from there. So if you want, it's kind of optional on these because it'll hide it, but it's not a bad idea to actually just clean the lip of the inside, so once you're rolling it you don't see like these little tiny dots almost in your paint, because that just shows that there's like dirt trapped inside there, or like little tiny pebbles or like rocks or anything like that, and you're just basically pressing it in and molding it to the actual body itself. So it's just another thing I've thought up right there. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on doing this without time lapse because I don't know, it seems like it's pressuring me almost. But yeah, I'll be back. Alright guys, so I kinda come with some bad news. So since I've been running these spacers for, I don't know, let's say a month now, a month and a half, and I've been doing a lot of trips lately with like require heavy load, and let's see if I can, oop, it's the only light. So I don't know if you can see that, but my rear fenders, they're just junk now. They're trash. Basically, they're just trash. So what I've been doing is basically took it, made it like its full vertical angle, and just pushed it up against it and just started rolling back and forth. It actually did make somewhat of a difference because it got a lot softer, and I'm not bending the lip just downwards. Like I'm actually, with the little bit amount I did before of trying to make the lip go upwards, it's actually pressing it back now. So there's nothing much I can do back here. I'm just gonna hope for the best that it doesn't keep on happening, because let's see, actually, is this my rear tire? Yes it is. So as you can see right here, hold up, it's like a little, sorry about that, there's like a little screen on the back of the GoPro that I can see, but either way, you can see right there, it's already been slightly tearing it up. I mean, that's a pretty decent amount compared to like the front sidewalls, but I think with just that little bit it might make a difference, because I can clearly see that it kind of flared out just a little, like push this out just a little. But yeah, either way, I'm just gonna have to live with it. Granted, I'm not gonna be staying stock body forever. I actually have a wide body just sitting right now, and I'm just waiting to get all my pieces in, or buy all my pieces, granted, because anybody that's gone wide body knows it's not cheap whatsoever, especially the wheels, because when you're rolling around in a wide body that costs you a hell of a lot of money, you don't want to be rolling around in no rotor grids. But I did want to come up to front fender and see, like, right now, I think on camera it looks pretty good. Looks decent, you know, nice and easy. But when you see it up close for yourself, like, I can run my hand across this and you can't really tell, but like there's a little divot right here. And what that divot was caused by me just rolling the fender back and forth. Not necessarily in this spot, but I got the spot so good that the rest of it just kind of looks like shit now. But it was probably caused from like the slight amount of pulling that I did on the fender. I can honestly live with it because, you know, I don't really care about these fenders. New ones are coming in, but yeah, it's just one of those things that I want to point out. Now I'm gonna do the other side, not even record it because I've been taking way too long just recording. But yeah, just so anybody knows. Let's see. Put you on the scoop. Let's see. So clean up the inner fender well. If you have any big brake kits, put a 25mm spacer if you can. They're kind of expensive just to do this one project, because granted the fender roller only cost me like maybe 60-70 bucks. I think it was like 60 bucks, and the spacers cost me like maybe 300. So like it's gonna be quite expensive for anyone who has like an STI and wants to roll their fenders, because you saw that little amount of clearance I had. Like, it's just not worth it. But either way, I'm just gonna roll the other side and put the wheels and tires on. I'm gonna torque down my spacers while I'm here too, and that's basically it. I mean, there's really no end result I can show you from this. It's just either me, like, I'm probably just gonna put it down in the description, how it is after like maybe a week of driving, with a heavy load or something in the back, like the jacks or jack stands in the back. But yeah, like I'll update you guys. But this is like an update for anyone who watched my previous video with the 25mm spacers, that you will kind of crinkle up your fender, and it will cut into your rear tires if you have a heavy load, because it doesn't do that to the front because there's only me. And I mean, granted the motor is up front, but I don't know. I got fat people in the back. I don't know. But yeah, either way, thanks for watching the video, guys. Like, share, and subscribe, and yeah, catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.